Okay, this is a list of 50 of all the questions you guys asked me for a Q&A. Could you be quiet? Can I get through all 50? Probably not, but let's just go try it. Starting with, how many different kinds of cheese do you have in your cheese drawer? I had mentioned on an Instagram live one time that we had a cheese drawer and like so many different kinds of cheese, and if anybody else had that same sort of situation. And this is unfair data because my mom just cleaned this out. Let me count. 9 types of cheese. Provolone, mozzarella, Swiss, cream cheese, Parmesan, Monterey Jack, mild cheddar, a different form of mild cheddar, 3 different kinds of cheese sticks, and this is a bacon cheddar with some sausage. Next one. If you could talk to anyone dead or alive, who would it be? For now, I'm gonna say Chris Farley, dead, Melissa McCarthy, alive, because both of them work in comedy. They're both from the Midwest. I would love to talk to Chris Farley about the notion of always feeling you have to perform for everyone, and I would love to talk to Melissa McCarthy about being a bigger woman in comedy when she started out. What do you do right before you go to bed? I don't know, check my work schedule to make sure I know what time I'm supposed to get up, turn the lights off, because I usually like fall asleep prematurely with the lights on, and then put on a podcast. I'm just a podcast junkie. I just like listening to people talk while I fall asleep. Yeah, I have like probably, I don't know, 20-ish podcasts on rotation right now. Maybe I'll list a couple. If not, go listen to podcasts. I think it's like one of my favorite forms of media is podcasts. I think they're fantastic. Am I writing, working on scripts? Do I still want to do that? Yes, I would love to pursue that. I am writing a rom-com right now. I'm writing a rom-com movie right now, feature-length film that makes fun of rom-coms. Basically, it's a girl moving away. Her boyfriend just broke up with her, and her friend have a month to like, you know, mess around in the town before she leaves. Working on that. Also, my friend Cole is working on a show called It's amazing. It's pretty much done. It is a fantastic script. These are like off-brand pizza rolls. They taste oddly fantastic. I don't even know what brand these were. Favorite dog at work. I work at a daycare. Someone asked me how long I've worked there. Like 3 years. Why do I work there? When I was moving back from college, I needed a job, and someone I went to high school with I had on Snapchat. And I always commented that it was cool that she worked with dogs, and she said they were hiring. So I got the job and applied before I even moved back, and that's where I just started working. It just happened like that. My favorite dog at work, I don't know. I used to keep a list of about 50, and then it got away from me. There's a couple. Zamboni's a chocolate lab. Teddy is a yellow lab. A little black dog named Cinder. I call her my Jewish princess. There's a dog named Chloe. She's, I think she's like a lab Doberman mix. I also call her Clarice. There's just so many dogs in and out of there. It's really the dogs that connect with you are the ones that you love because they seek you out in the crowd. Mayo or Miracle Whip? No, Mayo or Miracle Whip. If you like Miracle Whip, that is all I need to know about you. We have very differing opinions of taste in food. I am the most picky person in my family when it comes to food, of how food is cooked. But yeah, and I'm the only one that really eats mayo. Hellmann's, I've worked in plenty of restaurants, they all use Hellmann's. This is disgusting. I am literally still hungry and I ate all of that. Someone asked, how are you? And then they said, how are you really? Listen, a couple mental breakdowns lately. Anxiety, stress, feeling bad about the things that I don't know, and that you don't know the things that you don't know. It's very complicated and like philosophical. I just feel like I'm always playing catch up in my life, and at the same time, I'm not. And it just kind of ping pongs back and forth. And yet you just keep going because there's always comedy videos to make. There's always something to laugh at. So I'm fine. It's always the answer, I'm fine. And I know that people are gonna be like, let me take you out of the fridge because I'm just wasting energy. Okay, and now you're in my pantry while I look for something else to eat. But yeah, I'm a private person. I don't really want to talk about my feelings and the hard days. I want to make you laugh, and I want to make good content and good videos as a portfolio of my work and how my brain works and how I create stuff. I don't really want to tell you about the woe is me stories, and that's just how it is. I'm an entertainer. Everyone has their own shit. I'm just trying to make you laugh, okay? And I love that part of my job. The personal, emotional stuff gives me the heebie-jeebies. Let's try one of these. How many pairs of underwear do you own? I don't know, like 20 at least. What 90s cartoon character do you identify with? Oh, for the love of Polly Winnie the Pooh. What is your favorite finger? Now that's a great question because considering when I put this camera set up here, I stubbed my toe on this couch and I stubbed my toe pretty bad 2 weeks ago and the dogs at work still step on it and trample it and it's searing pain. So all my toes are garbage. Favorite finger? I don't know. Tough decisions. Tough. I kind of like my thumbs. They got cool, like, nail beds, very, symmetrical. Ring finger on my right hand. I broke the top knuckle playing rugby. Went to go tackle a girl, wasn't really trying too hard, and my finger got, like, stuck under her spandex, and she just ran the other way. Broke the top of my finger. Probably this middle finger on my dominant hand, because it just has so much power. I just love it. What would you prefer for a vacation, mountains or beach? Neither. Mountains, no bathroom. Beach, it's everyone's bathroom. Also, there's just too many people. I want a boat on a lake with beer. That's it. Throw me in. Would you like to go get coffee? Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, he's just sitting on the couch. Speaking of drinks, someone said create an alcoholic cocktail after yourself. Listen, I like Fireball whiskey. I like beer. I like margarita mix, like the pre-made mix bottles. When I went to a birthday party, like in a cabin in the woods one time, I mixed mango margarita mix with Fireball with like, who was it? Bud Light or Natty Light made like a summer lemonade beer. Something like that. I'd call it the Goober or the Kankle or something. Just call it that. I don't know. That's, no one would drink it but me. So then, therefore, it's a signature cocktail. I was being serious about do you want to go get coffee? Come on. Usually if I even whisper the word coffee, you're up, running around, punching me, trying to get out the door. Someone asked, do you eat the end of the loaf of bread? Like the corner pieces of listen, the whole loaf of bread is bread. Correct. But my mom has always brought that multi-grain stuff. There's seeds and beads and whatever else in it. So you want to get the most of the bread as you can, and not the end, not the butts, not the burnt part. It's useless to me to eat the ends of the bread, okay? I'll give them to someone else. I feel like I deserve that in life to not have to eat the ends of the bread. Does it make any sense? Am I totally entitled? Possibly. I'm bet the statistic is like 70% of people do not eat the ends of the bread if they didn't have to. Hi, can I just do a medium of the Charlie cold foam? Nope, that's it. Cool, thanks.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. All right, a great excuse to go get coffee for the second time today. Don't tell nobody, especially my bank account or my mom. What do I get at Dunkin'? What is my order? I get a medium Charlie cold foam almost every single time. I don't know why it's good. It just is. It's basically like a cold brew with caramel with like foam on top with cinnamon. I don't know. It's just easy to say. The Charlie. Give me the Charlie. If I go to Starbucks, I get a white chocolate mocha. If I go to a coffee shop that I've never been to before, I get like a white chocolate mocha something. I drink coffee for the sugar, not for the coffee. I'm addicted to sugar. Look at me. The coffee, That's why I drink coffee at like 5 o'clock at night. The coffee part does nothing. What's your third favorite animal? I only wrote this question down because I just wanted to say that I hate this question. And if you asked it and you ask questions like this, that's fine. It's not nothing against you. Who is sitting around ranking their top favorite animals? I don't even know half the animals that are out there. And when am I ever interacting with these animals? Like when I go to the zoo? I don't know. I'm going to say dog is my third favorite animal because I don't know the first two. And I'm sure dog's like in their top 5. I don't know, like an otter. Someone asked what my favorite prop was. I love a nice funky shirt to grab your attention before I even start talking. I don't know, I love this 6-foot cactus. I used that for it was like a Jack and the Beanstalk type of video where I had like magic cactus beans. And then they turned into a 6-foot tall cactus and I've reused it. And I just think it's so funny that I was like, Dad, can you make me a 6-foot tall cactus? He's like, yeah, boom, had one. Other than that, I've used a clipboard for some videos. And I remember one time I was writing right on the clipboard instead of writing on paper. And that was like, of course, everyone's question. They're like, why are you writing on the clipboard and not on a piece of paper? And I was like, if I knew that was going to draw your attention away from the video and from the dialogue, I would have gone a piece of paper. It was $1. I like props that help you, don't distract. The clipboard, everyone's like, why don't you write on a piece of paper on the clipboard? And I was like, how about the next video I just break the clipboard? No. I like my mom's plates as props too. You know, I've broken enough, and people have sent me enough. That's so funny that people have sent me plates. Okay, if the house was on fire, what would you grab? I have no idea. First, get the family and animals out, obviously. I would grab any photos that I know that I don't have digitalized. I'd probably try and grab as many photo albums as possible because my mom made all of us photo albums from like through high school for me and my brother. And I would grab my computer and my hard drives only because it has like everything on there. Other than that, maybe like my college hat because I decorated it. Things that I made that I couldn't get back and wouldn't want to redo. Everything else, I mean, if it was like life or death, leave it, whatever. Who started the fire is the real question. Favorite style of potato. Oh my gosh. What style don't I like? I like those good, what is it, like the little like red potatoes with like the butter and the oil on them when people have them with like steak. Oh, so I love a good like cheesy mashed potato. Hash browns, fantastic. Probably top favorite styles. Love a good curly fry, like a good crispy curly fry. Not a big fan of steak fries, the crinkle cut fries. Love a good sweet potato fry. Tater tots, pretty great. Fries in general are fantastic. It's like one of those foods. Bonus question, if I could like only eat one for the rest of my life, it'd probably be some form of like a potato or ice cream. I feel like every time I come in this closet, my mom has rearranged it. Someone said, who do I watch on YouTube besides myself? I watch this show called with Trixie Mattel and Katya. They're two drag queens. I just found it. I think it's amazing. Some like people that I watch on YouTube is Brooke Bush. She's a vlogger about her family. I used to watch a channel called Life of Luke and Kelly, but then they kind of split off. It's Kelly Wakasa and Luke Ike, I think is how you pronounce his last name. I watch a little bit of Cody Ko. I watch some of my podcasts in video form. Yeah, those are a couple. Someone asked favorite books. I haven't read any books in a long time, and I want to. I love, oh man, there's so much dust and it's getting in my rice. I love the author Colleen Hoover. We actually connected over social media after I had said that I liked her books in a previous thing. And I know a lot of people that watch my videos like her. This is the first book I read by her, maybe someday. I don't know who got me into her books, but now she sent me a bunch of them. My cat keeps trying to get to my rice. Can you just... Oh, you're falling down. Ignore my room. I don't want to talk about it. This is a really good book. This is called The Opposite of Loneliness. It's a bunch of, I think, just short stories from this girl, and she actually passed away, which for some reason, like, hits me even harder in the heartstrings. Oh, there's a book called Hope Was Here. My friend, Sarah, who's a big, huge book nerd. I love her. She's a big reader. She told me to read this book. You guys are just going to keep falling down. That's fine. What are your favorite types of conversations? Oh my God, this feels like a dating profile. I love banter. I love it. No questions or conversation about like just asking things about yourself, like discovering new things. I want to banter about something. I want to make up scenarios, not just like yes-anding someone being like, yes, and blah, blah, blah. I want us to just start riffing about a scenario. Like if me and my friend are like, oh, look at that guy. And then be like, oh, where do you think he's going? And he's like, probably to his girlfriend in the car. And she's like, what are you doing? And he's like, you forgot the coffee. And he's like, no, you said you didn't want it. Like just that. And you riff and you riff and you riff and you're laughing hysterically. I love conversation like that. And if I find people who can banter with me, I try and keep them around. Can you tell that I'm running out of places to film since I'm sitting on my toilet in my bathroom? Anyways, so it says, are you actively trying to find a boyfriend or letting life do its thing? This is a great place to answer this question. Listen, if life was doing its thing, it's not doing its very good job. Am I actively trying to find a boyfriend? No. I'm just so busy and so career focused now that I don't want to have to explain my life and my world to someone. Right now, the only person I have to take care of is myself. And I'm like, every day is a challenge for that. So I don't want to bring anyone else on that I would have to like care about their feelings and stuff and like give them some of my time that I desperately need. So, and then they also said, describe a great date, your idea of a great date. Maybe just like go out for like to get drinks and then go on like a long walk. So like as we're walking, we have like something to do and then we're just like talking. And if it's going well, we do like a movie night. I don't know. What is something you're really proud of yourself for achieving? Like I'm just proud of, there was a point in college where I was just like nothing's gonna get done unless I go out and start doing things. Like I wasn't participating in my major, making TV shows and showing up to sets and doing all that stuff until one day I just did, because I like had enough of getting in my own way, and I just went and did it. So I guess when I look back on that, I'm like surprised at how much stuff I got done during college. Like I did a 180 where I wasn't helping at all, and then I did a 180. I was like on the executive board of the TV studio and, you know, making TV shows and showing up and knowing people and working on projects and writing stuff. I just turned it around somehow, but I also like flourished in that, where it was like, I always knew I wanted to be doing more. Again, I was just in my own way. I feel like I haven't done too shabby. My cat's literally taking a poo while I'm talking. Riley has his toys literally everywhere. This is like the only one that makes noise. That's it. You're gonna play with it now that I need the space? I'm using your basket as a thing, as a backboard for my phone. Please, yes, go chew that somewhere else. My friend made him that bone. It says his name on it. This dog is too fancy. Do you need something? Someone said, what is the biggest change in everyday life since becoming a creator? Best and worst part? Worst part, doing things on a deadline, having to crank out like a video a day to like deliver to my audience and to stay like in the algorithms. Biggest change in everyday life. Having to film my life to try and, you know, make things happen. I don't know. Not really a big change in anything. Now that I think about it. The best part, finally checking off my to-do list of videos that I wanted to make. Like when I think of an idea, I usually can turn around and film that idea within like a month. Before, I mean, I have books filled with ideas and I don't know if I'll ever get to them. Now I feel like I'm actually accomplishing something when I like get ideas done. If you could give up a fear, how would it have changed your life, or how would it change your life? Listen, I would give up stage fright. I have horrible, for being an extrovert and for, I don't know, like being around people, I have really bad stage fright, and I would do like plays. I don't even know if I have the talent to do plays, but I would do like plays, I would do improv, and I would do stand-up. You guys are leaning on Alloy the cactus. You should feel very special. Someone asked me where I got the dress from for that wedding that I was in for my friend from college, which is a great excuse to put up some wedding pictures because some of them came out. They did great. The girl did such a good job. I'll put her Instagram of the photographer. She's in Wisconsin. She was so funny, so nice. Great pictures. I think the dress is a Bill Kirchhoff. Again, all of the dresses were different styles and colors. And she was like, what do you feel comfortable with? And I was like, something with sleeves, because I ain't got the girls to hold up the dress. And then something like kind of like covers my arms. And it worked out great. And I think the color does look good on me. I've never worn like a rust type of color. What is beeping? So to the P.O. box, we got a package from Amazon. So I might as well open it. Introvert or extrovert? Listen, in order to get through life, I feel like I have to be more of an extrovert. And if I'm in a crowd of people, even if it's people that I don't really know, I only know a couple of them, catch me on a good day, I'm an extrovert. I will talk you up about anything for as long as you'd like, and I'll talk to anyone. I could be a social butterfly, I could really turn it on. But if I didn't talk to anybody for 2 weeks straight, I'm talking like no human interaction, and not because everyone was ignoring me, but just because like, I don't know, I was busy, would not bother me. So I'm 100% like an extrovert, but I deeply love my alone time. I'm very selfish about my time, and I love being left alone to get things done. So, a present on a Wednesday? Hope you enjoy my pandemic hobby. I live in Arizona, but originally from Central Illinois. Enjoy you on TikTok. Merry Christmas. From Julie. Merry Christmas in September? The cactus Christmas tree? Is this Julie? Did you wrote this book? Wow. Okay, now I'm impressed. Color me impressed. This little, like, you could color it in the back. I love that. Thank you. So random. Also, Christmas is like 3 months away. I love that. Thank you. Someone said, as a fellow lazy-eyed person, do you ever get made fun of for it? I think the only people who's ever made fun of me for it, my dog is just going crazy, that have ever made fun of me for my lazy eye are really my active friends, high school friends in particular. Their favorite joke, I just couldn't pay attention to what she was saying. She was talking, and I was like, I'm not understanding anything. I can hear you talking. I'm not picking up any information. She goes, oh my God, is your brain as lazy as your eye? The whole friend group turned around, everyone snapped their heads, and she goes, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I was just like, that was an amazing dig. I don't have a comeback. It was fantastic. And we still bring it up and joke about it. It's funny. What do I do when I feel like doing nothing? What is it? Okay. As in, like, I'm bored? I've said this before. I haven't been bored since I was 10. I've always had a list of things to get done. Everyday life, in my life in general. You know, cleaning out my phone of pictures and notes and moving this over and creating those lists and cleaning that up and, you know, reorganizing my room. There's always things to do. I'm never bored. Never, ever. When I don't want to do anything, what do? You mean like procrastinating? I just get sucked into like a new TV show or a new podcast or a new YouTube video. What do I feel like when I feel like doing nothing? Oh, you know what I like to do? I like to blow up my purple camping chair that's been in a couple of videos, and I like to go in my backyard and sit down and be left alone and like try and take a nap. That's it. That is amazing to me. It's really nice out. Someone said they wanted to start a channel, but they wanted advice because cameras scare them. Cameras shouldn't scare you. I mean, like, technology scares you. You don't know how to use technology. That's a great fear because I loathe technology. I absolutely hate it. I don't really know how to use professional cameras. It's not my style. I can make content and boom, 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 do that. I don't know how to turn the camera on. I don't understand. It takes me out of the creative element to try and figure out how the camera works. Don't like it. I don't think cameras should scare you. If you're just recording like me by yourself, my fear is from fear of people. I don't film in front of other people. I think it's weird. Whenever I film with my friends, I go like, this is going to be weird, but I want to see if I can vlog some of this because it feels unnatural, and it is. I don't care how many selfies people take of themselves a day. It is unnatural to like film everything you do. Just exist in your life. But if you want to start a channel, the list almost just flew out of the window. What if someone just got a hold of this list and they were like, what are these questions? Favorite type of potato? Okay. Mashed? I don't think you should be scared of the camera being fun in front of the camera. I'm scared of being in front of cameras in front of other people. It's deep. It's very complicated. I probably need a therapist. I would love one. Can you flip your ear inside out? I think you should know who you are before you start a channel. For the most part, know like your morals, know who you are and how you want to present yourself to an extent and in the sense of the word. So many people get on social media looking for validation of who they are when you should kind of know who you are, you know? I think I'm a pretty decent, kick-ass person. I've kind of already decided that, you know? Would a bunch of online hate change that about myself? Maybe, but also I'm like 26 years old. I'm not 13 years old. It's not like I don't know who I am. I have experienced enough life that I'm like, okay, I'm pretty rooted in like what's going on here. Don't be afraid of it. And also, just because you record stuff on your camera doesn't mean you got to show anybody. Only post stuff when you're ready. Was that good advice? Don't take my advice if it's not good. And you're like, that was the worst, then stop watching the video. This one says, what's the most life-changing thing that has happened since TikTok? Getting recognized in public is still, like, I was literally at my nephew's birthday party and one of my brother's friends was like, in front of everyone. He's like, what is it like to be famous? And in my head, I'm like, well, I'm not. But also, I was like, everyone looked at me. Everyone's head turned around. I just said, it's weird. It's weird that people recognize you in public because before, you just move about the earth and you know a couple people. Now, as I move about life and do this and that and the other thing, there's always like not a fear, but an awareness in the back of my mind that someone might, know who I am. The most life-changing is that I now have possibly a career doing this. It's not fully fledged yet. We're working on it, but that is absolutely nuts. And all the opportunities, the amount of people, like, I think the people that watch my videos are cool. People are like, oh, I live here and I do this and I love your videos. And I'm like, or when people, duet my videos and I can see them, I can see who's watching the videos. And I'm like, oh, I never would have thought you'd be a fan of my content. That is an amazing thing to realize and see and be like, these are the people watching my stuff and look how cool they are and they have their own lives. And we would have never connected before this. Okay, and last but not least, everyone wants to hear about the toenail story. Okay, so basically the toenail story is that